Hi there. Today I am going to review the DJ Pro app from a MacBook Pro. So this is the desktop version. This is what it looks like. The icon is down here. It's a black with orange circle in the middle. And we're going to just go through an overview, real basic. This is a super powerful app, can do a lot of things, but I'm just going to keep it really basic right now. So let's start out with the sources. On the left-hand side, as you can see right here, you have My Collection. And My Collection, if I click on that, is songs that I recently added and playlists that I created, which are super easy to create by this button right here, this little plus sign. You can add a playlist, you can add a smart playlist, or add a playlist and create folders. Here on the right-hand side are the DJ sets that I've already done over the last couple weeks. But we're going to skip over that right now. So then down here are all your sources. Apple Music is probably one of your best sources because you can create playlists from Apple Music, the streaming service, or you can also do some discovery either within the app itself, which is right here. So the first icon is My Playlist. These are playlists I created in my Apple Music app. This little house button is the home button for Apple Music streaming service. The arrow button is the charts, what songs are, really hot on the charts right now. And then the last one is your library. This is songs that are in your actual library on Apple Music. Then the next one is Spotify. Spotify is great because it'll pull up your playlists. The only limitation with Spotify is you cannot create playlists here in the DJ app. This next one is a half of a musical note because it's your local files in Apple Music. So Apple Music used to be called iTunes, and what this basically is, these are songs that you own. So I used to buy songs, obviously, when there was just iTunes, we used to purchase individual songs. So these are the songs I purchased, and that's what exists here, local files. This one with the little squiggly is djay. They're giving you some free songs that you can kind of play with. They won't work for Muscle Mix Virtual. These are not cleared to use for virtual. This is just if you want to have some fun for your in-person music, your in-person classes. You can have some fun playing around with these. And these are the three things you can do. You can look at spotlighted songs, you can look at genres, and then you can look at different labels. Eventually, there's many other sources that you can pull from. There's a streaming service called Tidal. There's SoundCloud. There's Beatport and BeatSource. I'm just going to skip over those because those aren't as common. But they're available to you if you happen to have those streaming services. And then this one is really cool. This is your files. So I added these songs, which I downloaded from the Toolbox. So when you download it to your desktop, you can just simply add these songs right here. Really great to use these files because you can do many more things with them than what you can do from a streaming service, which I'll get into on another video. All right, so those are all the sources. I'm going to go back to playlist. And here's my test playlist that I created yesterday. I want to look up here now and show you that you have two turntables, which look like a DJ deck. And all you have to do is you have a couple different things you can do. You can either drag the song onto the deck, whichever turntable you want to play, or you can just simply double click on a song and it'll put that song in a spot, an available turntable. I'm going to move this slider in the middle so that we know that both songs are playing at the same time. So it's like a real DJ deck. Up here on the left-hand side, you have the album art and the album title. You have the name of the song, Boogie Down and Party. You have the brand, the artist, which is Muscle Mix Fitness Music. You have the original beats per minute. You have the elapsed time, or you can click on it. This is the full time, or you can click on it and show elapsed time. It's up to you what you'd like to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back to how long the song is, the length of the song. If this is something you use, this is the key that the song is in. You can change the key if you are sophisticated enough to do that. And then over on the left-hand side is where you adjust your beats per minute. So we can go, I'm going to play it, and I can go make the song faster or slower. This green button here is a start and stop button. So stop, turning it green is playing, pressing it again deselects it and stops it from playing. What's really important is this tiny little blue button here. There's something called a pitch change or a tempo change. So with fitness, we mostly want to just speed up or slow down the song, which is the tempo. We don't want to change the pitch, because if you change the pitch, then you run the risk of the song sounding like Mickey Mouse or Chipmunks. So you always want to make sure that that is blue. You do it once on the deck, you never have to do it again. Okay, so every song you play thereafter, it's not going to change the pitch. So again, you select the blue button when you do not want to change the pitch, but you do want to change the tempo, meaning the speed, okay? Over on the right-hand side, same thing, exactly mirrors the same thing. I'm going to skip over this highly sophisticated EQing stuff. I'm going to skip over all the sound effects stuff, and I'm going to just show you in the middle, when I play this song on the left, the WAV file plays on the top, and when I play the song on the right, it plays on the bottom. Okay? Over here in the upper corner, you have a couple of different views that you can look at. You have 2 decks, you have 1 deck, you have the auto mix feature, which is super cool. I'll go over that in another video. You have 4 decks if you want to get really sophisticated. And then I'm going to go back to 2 decks. You have how you want to look at it. You can have a jog wheel. You could have no view, nothing at all. But I kind of like vinyl because it looks real. And that's it at the top for right now. Again, there's a lot more features and a lot more going on here, but we'll have that in a different video. Here in the middle is whatever you select here under your playlist on the left-hand side is what's going to show up here in the middle. What's really great is it'll show you the source in the first column. It's going to say the track number. It's going to have the title of the song, the beats per minute, the artist, the album, where it's from, genre, time, key, and anything else you add to the metadata. Important to know, if you want, let's say I like to have the time a little closer, you can just drag and drop that right wherever you want it to be. These beats per minute come up automatically, but just so you know, if a song doesn't have beats per minute, a lot of songs that come from Apple Music or Spotify don't have beats per minute. The minute you put it into a turntable, onto your deck, the beats per minute automatically shows up. All right, that's it for today for this particular training. More coming soon.